I'm going to do a good worship today. I'm going to help people today. Because I'm good enough. I'm smart enough. And doggone it, a couple of you are the right age to know Stuart Smalley. Stuart Smalley was one of those great... there we go, we got checks. Stuart Smalley was one of those great skits on Saturday Night Live. You're good, you don't have to be the mirror anymore. You're good enough at that. You're smart enough. Hold it up well. He was a caricature of those cheesy counselors who, all they want is just believe in yourself. And I love some counselors, but some of them, you got to admit, get a little weird, right? And some, the self-help gurus are even worse, and the quirky pastors, they're definitely the worst. Yes, we can laugh at good enough, smart enough, and doggone people like me. But who doesn't want to feel better about themselves? Who wouldn't want their life to be pointed in a direction where, I do have a purpose, and I'm living out my purpose, and it's something that fulfills me and helps the world. Who wouldn't want some tools for realizing I am good enough in my life? I am good enough for the path I'm on. When I accept that, I'm even better the next day. See, the way I see it, two types of people in the world. Those who are in therapy and those who should be in therapy. But it doesn't have to be Stuart Smalley. If that's your therapist, find someone else. But this is not therapy. What we're doing here on Sunday mornings, it's not therapy. Prayer and community and ritual are therapeutic, but I think it's something deeper, or at least it's something different that serves a different function. The church, as I understand it, part of our job here is to remind you, maybe tell you for the first time. Someone could be in here for the first time, or someone could maybe have never heard this message, that you do not have to convince yourself that you are worthwhile. You don't have to perform your value in deeds, or believe it just right in creeds, or join the right club, or do any of the right rituals, or any of that. All of that religious stuff can actually get in the way of the grace. And if you're not careful, you might fall into the trap with all that religious stuff of, I'm not good enough for God. I haven't done enough, so I have to do more. But real faith, like the faith that's alive in our hearts and that spreads out all through the world, real faith echoes this deeper voice within us, one that tells us, you are enough. You're more than enough. God says, the Creator says, I made you, I fashioned you. One translation in Ephesians says, you are my masterpiece. You want to be God's masterpiece? What a phrase. Some of you don't believe me, you wouldn't believe God, because you know all of us will fall short of God's hopes. All of us will fall short of our own expectations on ourselves. And some of us really struggle with that, and it causes us to get back into that spin of, I can just try harder and I'll get it. I can just do stronger and I can get it. But the good news, whether you ever get to the point of accepting yourself, whether you ever get to the point of feeling like you've done enough, the good news of faith is that God's grace is more than enough. God's grace is more than enough to heal whatever broken record just keeps playing in your head. God's grace, and let me define this, the very idea that the universe is pointed toward healing the broken parts of the world. I'm going to get that one again. Grace means, whatever that grace means, the idea that the universe is pointed by love toward healing the broken parts of the world. That power, that momentum that is beyond any of us, what we can create, that strength, that gravity toward healing is more than enough to keep you going for your peace and for the world's peace. Amen if you believe it. Amen. Okay. Some of you call that power God. Some of you call it other things. But the universe is pointed toward love doesn't really fit in a song very well. So we're just going to go with God. And we're going to open with our song that we've practiced the last couple weeks. God, your grace is enough.